Two things: you stop the ball, protect the basket. You have to have a couple players to do so.
Knicks 10 of 14 shooting, 71%. Dampier on Thomas. No double coming yet. Richardson on the baseline, finding Jamison, and 3-second violation on the Warriors, turning it over. Mandatory timeout, 2:34 remaining in the first, and the Warriors up 1. We talked about Kurt Thomas at the top of the telecast. You worry about Sprewell in Houston so much. Thomas can burn you, and 6 of 7 shooting thus far.
Well, Eric Dampier is trying to protect the paint. He's giving Kurt Thomas a lot of room. But believe me, this is still the game plan. He just happens to be making the shots. 6 of 7 so far right now. And I guarantee you, see, Eric Musselman doesn't worry about the game plan as much as he looks at the score. The game plan is let Kurt Thomas shoot a lot. Well, the Warriors are still up by 1. They'll take that risk and play the percentage.
Kurt Thomas, 10th pick back in '95, nearly ended his career with ankle injuries, playing 18 games in his second season and 5 for Dallas in year 3, but resurrected in New York. Clarence Weatherspoon getting his first playing time. Sprewell line driving it in.
He burns the zone as the Warriors went to that look.
So Sprewell with 6 points and 4 assists to go with 2 rebounds. And the Knicks back on top. Murphy and Weatherspoon, Thomas and Dampier, Houston and Richardson, Isley, Arenas, Sprewell, Jamison. Shot clock down to 7.
Giving a lot of back screens tonight. Good look in there.
And Dampier's hook is up and in. So Dampier with 9, Jamison with 9, and the Warriors up 1.
See how much room they're still giving Thomas? Dampier does come out.
Houston back to Thomas, foul line jumper, career night. Thomas right now 7 of 8 for 14.
You could see what happened there. Dampier was waiting to give help on Houston in case he drove to the basket.
Thomas with a blocking foul as Dampier made his move. And Kurt Thomas picking up his second. I like the fact that with Dampier having 9 early, that his teammates are looking for him consistently. Now you get 2 fouls on Thomas. That's one way to get him out of the game. Michael Doliak will check in.
I think Thomas got in foul trouble in New York, and it helped the Warriors. He had to come off the floor. In fact, he ended that game with 4 personal fouls and only playing 34 minutes.
Dampier with a free throw. The Super Soft celebration, that'll be on Sunday with Atlanta in town. First 7,500 get a free All-Star poster commemorating Gilbert Arenas, Troy Murphy, and Jason Richardson. They're also going to field questions after the ball game.
That'd be nice.
At center court in front of the whole arena, so that ought to be nice. The Super Sophomore celebration. Be here Sunday, special start time at 6 o'clock. Dampier hitting both free throws, and the Warriors back up 1. Houston on the baseline spin. Murphy with a rebound. Arenas pushing. Warriors have gone with the starters the entire way. JR there to flip it in.
I like the efficient finish. It's nice to dunk, but I'll tell you something. He's learning to score inside, getting to the basket and beating the defenders to that area.
Something was thrown on the floor, and Eric Musselman will go retrieve it.
I don't know what Howard Isley, he's a little upset that the whistle was blown, and veteran official Hugh Holland says, what can I do if something was thrown on the floor?
Well, it was either thrown or came off the scoreboard. It came from a very high elevation, and Hugh spotted it right away. 17 to shoot, final minute of the first quarter.
Yeah, I thought it was a whistle for a moment.
Sprewell on the baseline, running into Murphy, missing. Arenas pushing.
And looking.
Gilbert with a head up. Dampier and the miscommunication couldn't quite connect. Spoon, good deep position, dunking it down.
That's a Karl Malone play. He just sealed off inside. They got it to the corner and just threw it right along the baseline.
4-point swing. Warriors thought they had a layup, give up a dunk on the other end.
Well, they had a layup if they could have executed it.
Richardson 3, head of the key. And JR, when he gets scoring in transition, then the jumper comes around as well.
Well, you don't have to bother dribbling the ball and doing all of those things. just fewer things to worry about and one simple thing to focus: catch and shoot.
1 second differential, game and shot clock winding down the first. Isley to Houston, another three, and he missed everything. Spoon blocked by Dampier with two, with one from midcourt, off the glass and out. Well, the Warriors crushed the Knicks on the glass, out rebounding them 15-5. Eric Dampier, pretty productive first 12 minutes. The Knicks shoot 52%. But it's the Warriors with the 4-point lead at the end of one. If they slow down Kurt Thomas, it could be a good night in Oakland. Warriors up 4 as we begin the second quarter. Earl Boykins, Mike Dunleavy, Richardson, Murphy, and Dampier. Doliak, Weatherspoon, Frank Williams, a rookie out of Illinois, with Shannon Anderson and Sprewell. Dampier pinned against the baseline, and another 3-second violation. This one on the Warriors. Charlie Ward put on the injured list with an abdominal injury, so Frank Williams activated.
Only played in 6 games so far this year.
I liked him at Illinois, but he was very up and down. When he was up, he was really up. Williams driving, blocked by Dampier again. Eric Dampier, offensively and defensively, is rolling. Pounding the glass, defending the paint, scoring inside.
I'm not going to say again, I'd like him to keep it in play rather than knock it out of bounds and get it right back to the Knicks, because then you'll think I'm an old guy. It's the thing to do. It's just in your face, knock it as hard as you can.
Richardson defended very well. They're looking deep. Boykins, pretty good touchdown pass. Dunleavy.
Well, he got in trouble there.
Yeah.
He just took it into trouble and was forced to throw it away.
Anderson in on Dampier, finishing and drawing the foul. Tough finish by Shannon Anderson.
Very strong, very good-looking finish. As Dampier went for that block as well. As I say, turnovers get you out in the open court. Anderson got his feet together. You see how he elongated there and kind of put his body into Dampier to protect the ball so he could get the shot off, got it off the glass.
That's Damp's first foul, but those are the type of fouls you want your big guys to get. You don't want to allow the three-point play necessarily, but it's the moving screens and the other things that are wasted fouls for the big men.
Knicks putting on a trap here.
Richardson wheeling. Oh, what a finish. Nice little push shot after JR got some free room, and he's got 9.
But he's much stronger with the ball when he turns to his right and dribbles with his right hand there. It just goes right up very strongly.
Sprewell putting it on the floor, taking it. Dampier blocking it again.
That makes 3 on the night.
Well, Dampier is going to leave, and it should be a well-deserved round of applause.
Sprewell trying to go to the side to create a little room, a little space to get that shot off. But when you do that, he was also coming down, so he lost the elevation.
11 points, 7 rebounds, 4 blocks for Eric Dampier. Donald Foyle's first action, Weatherspoon. And O'Donnell with a rebound. So it's Foyle, Murphy, Dunleavy, Richardson, and Boykins. Boykins in on Doliak, hammered. Tip Richardson, no. Wow, they're really letting him play tonight. Shannon Anderson on the baseline, answering right back. Earl Boykins was just clubbed by Doliak. Foyle running, and he couldn't finish the layup. Tempo quickening, Warriors up 1. Sprewell deep 2, and O'Donnell with the rebound and a loose ball foul on New York.
And you're right. There is a lot of contact, and the officials are letting it go. And I like the way it's flowing.
Yeah,
I think players like it.
Yeah, as long as it's consistent, the players will just adjust.
I think Boykins' foul there, which wasn't called, excuse me, potential foul, is because he created a little contact there. And he just went into the man. They held their position.
Bobby Sura checking in. Murphy sits down with 5 points and 5 boards. Warriors just crushing the Knicks on the glass at 8 offensive rebounds in the first quarter. Foyle down the lane to stuff it with the right hand.
Well, Doliak completely got lost on the play. Or I should say he got lost completely. Either way, he was not visible except from the behind of Foyle.
Boykins bothering Williams. Shot clock at 14 by the time the Knicks get into their offense. Spoon posting on Jamison. Doliak is a pretty good outside shooter. And Sura with a rebound.
Bobby, an excellent rebounding guard. And the Knicks are not good rebounders from the guard's position.
Sura with the switch now. Jamison on Anderson. Shot clock at 11. Antoine in the lane. The foul, and he flips it in.
It's a sucker play to reach in. And that's exactly what Shandon Anderson did. You think you're going to get to the ball, but Jamison just moves it so quickly. Gets his position, backs in a little bit, gets deeper, goes in, protects the ball. You're reaching across the body. There's no way you're going to get to it without fouling.
You know what doesn't show up in the box score is that Sura said, oh, Spoon just switched on me. Antoine's got Anderson. I'm going to run it to Antoine. You know, it's just a good veteran kind of floor game there where Bobby realized the mismatch right away. Weatherspoon down low to Doliak, blocked by Foyle. And then the foul as Doliak secured the offensive board.
I think Bobby Sura reached in there. And Foyle would have gotten the second one.
Michael Doliak, 12th pick back in '98 out of Utah, taken by the Orlando Magic. He's been with Orlando, Cleveland, and the Knicks. Rattling the free throw in, signed as a free agent in the offseason. Well, the Warriors saw Atlanta and New York on the road. They're going to see New York and Atlanta at home Sunday, 6 o'clock. Hawks and Warriors, we'll have it for you right here on Fox Sports Net. Doliak hitting both free throws. Warrior lead is 4.
Doliak is a shooter. And he's not going to give you much defense. He's not going to give you any kind of shot blocking. You can get him in foul trouble as well.
Foyle to Boykins. And Earl wants a couple whistles, but they're letting him play tonight. Sprewell will launch. And Weatherspoon the rebound. Shannon Anderson 3. Anderson knocking it down, and Anderson at 32%. Sprewell 39%. Houston 42 and Isley 39. They have a number of players that can hit threes.
Not like Boston, but yes, they can. This is way off, and it banks in. Bobby Sura banked it in, and he'll take it.
Back to the 4-point advantage. Warriors 3 of 5 from beyond the arc. The Knicks 3 of 6.
Now, unfortunately for Bobby Sura, I don't think that shot will give him confidence, because I don't think that's what he had planned.
Frank Williams launching the 20-footer. Got a bit of an odd shooting motion, but it looked good there.
Shoots it with the elbow out.
Kind of a push shot. Warriors shooting 46%, the Knicks 52, and an offensive foul as Jamison was trying to set the screen. And that'll take us to the timeout. 7:47 remaining in the first half. A good one in Oakland. The Warrior lead is 2. It's a physical game, good tempo, and a good crowd on a Friday night.
Second quarter in Oakland, Warriors 42 and the Knicks 40. Tonight, Earl Boykins is playing in his 41st game as a Warrior. He is one of 5 Warriors that are scoring in double figures. We asked Boykins how much he has enjoyed his first year here in Oakland.
I'm having a lot of fun, but at the same time, I can only enjoy it so much because the games are coming up so fast and you have to really get ready to play the next game. I'm definitely having a good time out there. I just feel great coming to the arena knowing I'm going to play night in and night out. I'm just trying to make the most of every opportunity.
Glenn, I don't think that Earl is even fazed by his success and all the attention it's caused.
You know, you get the feeling like he expects to be playing this well. And I really enjoyed interviewing him, Bob and Jim. He looks you right in the eye, he gives you a straight answer, and he gives you an honest answer. And I said in the open, he's the kind of guy that the young players on the Warriors team should be listening to and looking up to, even though he's only 5'5".
That's a great point, Glenn, and I think a lot of players should emulate Boykins. He never gets rattled. He never raises his voice. He's a gentleman. He's intelligent. And by the way, this is his 41st game, so for him, it's just halfway through the season.
There you go. Jamison hitting a 3 on one end, double dribbling after the Warriors had come up with a defensive stop. So leading by 5, shooting 47%. The Knicks right at 51%.
Boykins is a very mature young man and a gentleman.
Doliak down the lane, flipping it up and out. Got another offensive rebound. Anderson 3, rattling out, and Dunleavy with the board. Starts the break quickly to Sura. Bobby
take care of the ball.
weaving through traffic, flipping it up and in.
Two Knicks reached for the ball. Two Knicks went for the ball like a steal. That's a sucker play. Guards love for someone to do that. In transition like that, you just go right to the rack.
See how quickly Dunleavy outletted that ball forward? You're always talking about that.
Good defense there.
Anderson, tough shot.
Dunleavy got a hand on the ball on the way up. It was right with him.
Anderson with 10 points off the Knicks bench on 4 of 5 shooting.
Yeah, he's having a good game.
Sura spinning, looking to dish. He flipped it up, and Dunleavy's there to follow.
How about, you know what? The Dunleavy, he got the 2 points. But Bobby Sura from the left hand, scooping from about 10 feet, gets it to go in and out. How'd he get it there?
Don Chaney will use a 22nd timeout. This equals the Warriors' largest advantage at 7. But compared to the Boston game and the Portland game, you got to love the Warriors' body language. We talked about the up and down play of Latrell Sprewell. Well, against the Clippers, that's as up as you can get, Jim, going 9 of 9 on threes.
Once he got in the flow, let's take a look at it from the right side, from the top left, from the left corner. Just outside the arc to the right, the left side once again, and then the right side partway down, straight up the middle. How could they leave him open? How could he be this open each time? But 9 for 9, a new NBA record.
39% on threes for Sprewell this year. 33.8 is his career average, but that is the record. Also had Kobe earlier this year, a dozen threes in a game. Of course, he missed a couple, but it's just frightening.
That was pretty. Kobe's having an incredible year.
Frank Williams, tough finish with Foyle defending the bucket. So the Knicks scoring out of that 22nd timeout. Williams and Weatherspoon, Houston, Doliak, and Anderson. Boykins misfiring. Foyle had the offensive rebound. Anderson knocked it out of bounds. Still Warrior ball. Mandatory timeout with 5:55 remaining in the half. The Warrior lead is 5. Fox Sports Net introducing the world of extreme sports with 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breaking news, event highlights, and insider features you won't find anywhere else. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 tonight at midnight on Fox Sports Net. The Knickerbockers come into the ballgame allowing over 96 points a game. That is very different than in previous years where they had been a solid defensive team. So many of those years led by Patrick Ewing in the middle. And then no Jeff Van Gundy midway through last season, and they have started to allow points aplenty.
It's interesting that they were #1 in the league the year after Patrick Ewing left. He only blocked 84 shots his last year with the Knicks. In 2000, the year before that, about 100 of them.
Jamison on Weatherspoon. Antoine Little flip, he got it again.
And you know what? That defensive graphic we showed you there is the whole theme of the game. I talked to Don Chaney before the game, the head coach, and he was very disappointed in the February 12th game in the Garden where the Warriors won and did anything they wanted. Got all kinds of shots. He even told the New York reporters, as Anderson goes glass once again, that the Warriors just ran right by him and the Knicks did not defend. He says, you can quote me on that. They did not defend.
Well, Kurt Thomas kept the Knicks alive in the first quarter with 14. Shannon Anderson has a dozen in the second. Sura a little flip, and Weatherspoon the rebound. Foyle, Jamison, Sura, Boykins, and Dunleavy. Spoon running the floor, and he misses the point-blank shot. Dunleavy on the handle. Bouncing to Foyle, blocked by Doliak. That's a rare Doliak block shot. Houston will launch, and a deep 2 is in. Well, Thomas and Anderson keep the Knicks afloat, and they're waiting for Houston and Sprewell to take the baton.
Hey, Bob, you got to know your stats. That's the 8th block shot for Doliak this year.
There you go.
Number 8.
Dunleavy missing short. Boykins coming up with a steal. Jamison 3 is short, and Earl batting it out to Foyle.
He just fought Frank Williams. Well, we know his strength. You talked about his ability to press with the iron.
And Bobby Sura, a rare foul. Only the 13th of the game. Sura to the foul line.
Let's take a look at Antoine Jamison. He makes all kinds of moves here to elude Clarence Weatherspoon. What's interesting about this, and he has this unorthodox ability, this is called a wrong foot. It's a wrong foot shot, and people don't expect you to shoot the ball on the wrong foot. You're right-handed, you usually take off your left foot as you spin in to the basket. And you know what? I have to know, Paul Westphal always talked, he said, you always wrong-footed me. And I really wasn't aware of it too much, but that's how you get the shot off quickly, and your defender's still on the ground.
You know what also it shows that you see a team infrequently. Jamison's going to go to his right hand there. I mean, Weatherspoon's kind of playing the baseline. He's going to spin to the middle every time.
As a defender, you've got to honor the move back to the baseline, because if you don't, and especially that close to the basket, he'll burn you that way. I mean, you just have to play it a little bit honestly to do that, and it does give Jamison his ability to go to his strength.
Antoine was 17 here in the first half to lead all scorers.
Yeah, I played against a great player, Hall of Famer Lenny Wilkins, and you know what? You knew he was going to go left, but you just didn't know when, and it was impossible to stop.
Anderson's been rolling, spinning on Sura, and blocked by Foyle.
That's a pretty well controlled block. Don Chaney wanted goaltending on the play.
Foyle, Jamison, Sura, Richardson, and Arenas back in. Warriors with 6 blocks already. Kurt Thomas flipping it up and over iron. He can't miss tonight. Thomas is 8 of 9 for 16. Anderson 5 of 7 for 12. And just like J.R. Bremer and McCarty kept Boston alive on Tuesday, it's a couple of the unsung heroes, and Richardson fouling Frank Williams to prevent the breakout. Warriors' 4th team foul. Jason's 2nd. The Ultimate Warrior weekend experience. You get the media pass when Houston's in town. You get to go everywhere in and around the building. Up close with Gilbert, Jason, and Antoine at a Warrior practice, and Michael Jordan's last game in Oakland. Enter today at Warriors.com. Be part of that Ultimate Warriors weekend. Anderson again. Blocked by Foyle from behind. Sura corrals the deflection. Bobby pushing. Antoine running. And the ball knocked out of bounds. Eric Musselman is beside himself. He's seen the Warriors go inside a lot. Only 9 free throws in the game. The Knicks only 3. They are just, it's rough and tumble a little bit tonight, Jim.
And end to end. And I think everybody likes it. How about the block from behind, though? That's just a terrific play. He just absolutely stuffed him on that, did Foyle.
Arenas on the inbounds.
Bobby looking to get to the basket if he can.
Now on Weatherspoon on the switch. Shot clock at 9. Sura jumper is in. So he banks in the 3. He's penetrated a couple times, and Sura now with 9 points in 7 minutes off the bench.
He'd rather go to the hoop there, but against a bigger man, you can always get a jump shot. And he gave him enough room where he felt good about it.
2:46 left in the half. Final mandatory of the half. Warrior lead is 5. Warrior lead is 5. 2:46 remaining in the first half. Jason Richardson with 9 and a couple clever finishes around the basket.
Well, he got off to a good start. Arenas finds him in the open court. He takes the easy route, doesn't allow the defender to come in. I thought that was a great finish on the right side of the basket, and then going back to his strength, his right hand on a nice spin move, and just finding the little creases, the open spaces to get the efficient shot. 9 points, a little more consistent scoring there. Gilbert Arenas comes back on the floor here. Only played 12 minutes before this. He played the entire first quarter, but only took 1 shot.
Only taking 1 shot, has 3 assists, has been looking to set up other people. Gilbert has been such on a roll scoring himself. Kurt Thomas and Foyle got that one.
Well, he came out a little bit. He extended. Before, Thomas was wide open, and that was the game plan. But after he hits so many, they say, well, maybe we better play him a little more closely.
O'Donnell on Thomas. Jump hook doesn't go, and Weatherspoon snatching down the rebound.
He's a great role player, Weatherspoon. They thought he was going to be
Charles Barkley.
Another Charles Barkley in Philly.
Arenas on the overplay, and now the Warriors are over the limit.
Which wasn't fair, by the way. I'm talking about comparing to Charles Barkley. He's just a good journeyman and knows how to play the game. A little undersized. Give him a couple more inches, his stats would be a lot bigger.
Shannon Anderson, 54th pick back in '96 by Utah out of Georgia. Solid role player on those Jazz teams that made it to the finals, hitting the first free throw. After the ball game, Best Damn Sports Show period. Rob Nen, Chris Claiborne, and Tiger angry at Tom Arnold. That's called the TBTs right there. Anderson missing the second free throw. Weatherspoon with a long rebound. Warrior lead is 4 as we approach the 2-minute mark. Warriors led by 4 at the end of 1.
Tried to force him left.
Sprewell going left. Foyle's there again. 5 blocks by Foyle. Sura on the run out. Isley fouls him. And the layup wouldn't stay down.
A little friendly pat there as Isley hit him hard but held on.
O'Donnell with 5. Damp with 3. The Warriors center is just having a night.
This was one terrific block, though. I mean, Foyle comes from the right side here. He just defends the basket so well. His timing is impeccable. No one in this league has better timing on a block shot attempt than O'Donnell Foyle.
The other thing, too, is O'Donnell's so cerebral. He said, okay, why did I get called for fouls as a younger player? I'm going to give separation now between my body and the opponents so the officials see daylight and then they don't call any body fouls on the blocks,
and
too.
It's much easier to do that against a smaller player as well. But he's a very quick leaper. And as I say, the timing, he just anticipates exactly when that offensive player is going to go up.
Isley to Houston. Isley gets it back. Shot clock at 10.
Well, they had 2 people running Houston that time.
And Isley flipping it in before O'Donnell could get there.
Richardson and Sura both ran at Houston, so at least they're aware of where he is. Isley was open for a minute. Did not take the outside shot. Nice little drive to the hoop.
Isley's first bucket. Knicks still shooting 49%. Warrior lead is 4. Sura down the lane, dropping it off to Foyle. And O'Donnell was ready for the catch. That was a fastball.
Pick and roll set it up because Sura's defender trailing just a little bit. Just enough time for him to turn the corner, and then Thomas had to come over.
Arenas hounding Isley, spins on the baseline, lost him and laid it in.
See how quick that release was? So there you take away any shot block attempt.
Howard Isley was so good as the understudy for John Stockton, and he learned many of the clever moves.
He's a good, solid player.
Jamison losing it on the catch. Shot clock at 9, 44-6 left in the half. Warriors up 4. Richardson doubled in the corner, spotting Sura with 3. Bobby on Sprewell, lost the ball. Would have been a 24-second violation anyway. Pushing ahead to Thomas. Foyle changed the shot. Arenas running it back. Sura 3 in transition is offline. Richardson's there for the rebound on Thomas, lays it in.
Didn't try to dunk it again. The kid is learning. We've seen the learning curve there. I like to play pump fake, boom, right off the glass. Easy shot.
4 Warriors in double figures. Shot clock off. Thomas will launch anyway. What a half for Kurt Thomas. 18 on 9 of 12 shooting. With 3. Richardson with 2. Corkscrewing it up and out. And that'll do it for the first half. So the Warriors led by 4 at the end of 1. Lead by 4 at the break. Thomas goes for 18. Anderson 13. I doubt those second half numbers will be the same. Warriors up 4 moments ago. Our Glenn Kuiper caught up with Warrior assistant Hank Egan.
Well, Coach, certainly defense has been a problem the last couple nights, but tonight much better in a defensive presence. 10 block shots in that first half.
Yeah, Damp and O'Donnell have just been terrific. We try to take away the three-point shooting for those 2 guys and make them go to the finish at the rim, and we've gotten great rotations from the big guys, and they've blocked, I think, 7 or 8 shots already.
Thanks, Coach.
Yes, sir.
They have 10 blocks in the first half, but 3 for Dampier, 6 for Foyle, 1 by Jason Richardson. But I think, Jim, you hit on it at halftime. You're living dangerously because Kurt Thomas and Shannon Anderson have kept the Knicks right in the ballgame, and eventually Houston and Sprewell are going to get off.
And numbers are a deceiving thing a lot of times, and tonight's one of those cases.
Antoine missing the 3, Murphy an offensive rebound. Warriors have had the advantage on the glass, 35-17 now.
And that's enabled them to score the 61 points. I mean, that's a simple fact there. Because I think the defense, for the most part, for the Knicks has been pretty good.
Richardson splitting the defense. Murphy following it again. They need Arenas to score a little bit. Gilbert didn't score in the first half, took only one shot. Trying to distribute so much. He's one of the Warriors' best scorers. Dampier having it knocked away. Houston in transition.
That's what he does best, and this is their game. Into the open court, not necessarily to finish at the basket. Early offense, finding particularly Allen Houston, but also Sprewell.
13 fast break points by New York. Murphy dumping it down to Jamison, spinning on Houston, flipping it up and in. Antoine with 19.
He's just giving you one of those games that you expect from him every night. And we chronicled that before the game. A goose egg, 0 points up in Portland, 39 before that.
Richardson on the overplay, knocking it out of bounds. 12 to shoot.
6 in Minnesota, going back to Jamison, and then 32. So 32-6, 39-0.
And 19 and not done tonight. Isley, deep position by Harrington. He flips it up and in. Kind of surprised he got the ball. Knicks continue to shoot 52%.
Speaking of shooting, Gilbert still only 1 field goal attempt.
Murphy on Harrington. He reaches.
Gilbert really looking to distribute, not even looking at all for his shot.
Tough shot by Richardson. Jamison unable to get the offensive board. Isley off to the races. Isley pushing with friends, and Thomas there to lay it in.
That's a nice play by Howard Isley, because he simply took Dampier out of the play. He kept coming down the left side. Dampier was worried he was going to get to the basket, and at the right time, hit the cutter.
The Knicks 52% shooting, Warriors 42%. And the Knicks running it out a lot on the Warrior misses. Murphy on the baseline, got Thomas in the air, doubled. Jamison stepping into the jumper. Murphy's 3rd offensive rebound of the quarter. And Gilbert didn't even look to shoot. Dampier with it on Harrington, flipping it up and out. And Arenas with the offensive rebound. Very athletic play by Gilbert.
Don Chaney absolutely had great praise for Arenas before the game.
Murphy 19-footer, bang.
You get that many offensive rebounds.
You got to hit a few of them.
Yeah, there it is again. We talked about that at halftime, so important.
The Warriors just crushing the Knicks on the glass, but New York shooting it so well. Right in the ball game. Kurt Thomas, it's a different half, but Harrington's there, and Murphy takes it away.
He's long. You know, Murphy's a lot longer than you realize. He just got so much more length than people he's playing against on this team.
Thomas reaching, Dampier turning it over again. Dampier is better when he makes a good, quick, strong move, and I think paralysis by analysis there as he's waiting a long time before he tries to do something on the Knicks defense.
Well, he's had a lot of what you call touches tonight. And he's been effective, but not necessarily in an offensive vein when you consider all the number of times that he's had it and the number of times he's converted or able to even get into a shooting mode.
Kurt Thomas again. 11 of 15 shooting. Thomas has 22 to lead the Knicks. Tied at 65. Warriors can't gain any separation. Dangerous pass by Murphy.
I think Arenas might hurt the team if he doesn't try to shoot once in a while.
Richardson flipping it into the iron, and Sprewell off to the races. Houston with Gilbert, good closeout. Sprewell with Richardson closing out on him. Shot clock at 11. Thomas putting it on the floor and fouled in the process, and Murphy and Harrington are tied up. They untangle there. Dampier with the foul.
So Thomas gets to go to the line, and he's had some big games, especially against Indiana. Had a game of 33, and then later on, another one with 24.
He's averaged double figures over the last 4 seasons.
Led them in scoring 6 times this year. Also had a 28-point outburst against Phoenix.
Well, you think of the broken ankle in year 2. Played only 18 games.
Yep.
In year 3, Dallas played only 5 games. He was going to become an assistant coach with the Mavericks, and then left for New York, and he's not in any after effects.
He's regaining his confidence. He'd lost it there the first couple of years.
Arenas trying to drive around Isley.
They're letting them play.
Murphy, another jumper. And Troy with 9 and 9. Things tied at 67. Can the Warriors dig in a bit defensively? Kurt Thomas again. And he finally misses. That's the key. Leave him wide open. This is one of his easier shots of the night. Arenas picking up the dribble, dumping it into Jamison. He has Isley on him. He reaches and knocks it away. And Pat Frere calling the foul.
It's the only way Jamison could go, because back to the middle was Sprewell. So you know where he's going, because Sprewell's going to come right in there. So he can't come back.
Isley's third personal. Each team has committed one team foul. Richardson down the lane. And it was an offensive foul on JR. Kurt Thomas drawing the charge. Jason's third. Each team has committed only 10 fouls in the game. Officials have stayed out of this one, and a lot of bumping and banging. The Knicks like it that way. Even at 67 as we approach the 7-minute mark here in the third. Arenas knocking it away, and it's Knick ball with 14 to shoot. Bobby Sura will check in. And Richardson sitting with 3 fouls, 11 points. Jason, though, has 7 rebounds in addition to the 11 points. Knicks with 4-point advantage off the bench. Shannon Anderson with 13 to those 21. Harrington, Othello with the 19-footer, and Thomas, look what I found. Isley 3, beating the shot clock and reining it in.
They did a great job rotating there, because Sura went down to the ground. Murphy took the ball out of the hands of Houston. And Othello really missed it, but they got the offensive rebound.
Jamison turning it over, the Warriors 11th. Sura saving the layup, couldn't save the ball in bounds, but that could have been a certain 2.
Well, Allen Houston dribbles the ball here, hesitates for a moment, and Sura just enough time to reach in and clear around, got that ball on the side of the left hip.
Arenas and Sura, Dampier, Murphy, and Jamison. Thomas, Houston, Harrington, Sprewell, Isley. Down low to Harrington, and the Knicks just dicing up the Warriors in the half-court sets. And New York now equaling their largest lead at 5.
A little pick and roll, and you get people occupied on the weak side, and then let somebody flash in.
Warriors only 6 points in 6 minutes here in the third. Jamison blocked by Sprewell. So the Knicks turning it up defensively. Thomas rolling. Isley 3. Rimming high. Out of bounds to the Warriors. So only 6 points in 6 minutes and 10 seconds, and the Warriors have fallen behind by 5.
Well, we're back here at the arena. I said the Warriors were living dangerously, trying to beat them by offense, because the Knicks were scoring despite the block shots. Let's look here, a little pick and roll. Now you double team Isley, but here's the open man. So Murphy's worried about Kurt Thomas, and Harrington in the middle is going to be the player that gets the ball. That's just separating the defenders and finding someone rolling to the basket into the open spot in the middle. And that's tough to defend, because Jamison was way out on Sprewell, kind of in no man's land there. And that was just perfect timing and perfect execution from the Knicks.
The Knicks have limited the Warriors to 6 points here in the quarter. New York 21 assists and 31 field goals. And Gilbert Arenas, 22 minutes, has attempted 1 shot and has not scored.
Well, I think someone's got to talk to him and say, Gilbert, we need your offense. He got 25 points in 27 minutes against the Knicks, and he's not even looking to shoot. And I don't know why. I mean, I don't know whether it's his own game plan. It'd be speculation for me to think anything else.
Sura now with a shot clock at 7, doubled after he picked up the dribble. Boykins stepping into a deep 3. Dampier another offensive rebound. And a foul on the Warriors. Dampier and Murphy, Jamison, Boykins, and Sura Dampier picking up his third. Sprewell, Houston, Harrington, Thomas, and Isley. 2 Warrior team fouls. The Knicks only 1.
There's a pick and roll again. They did a switch automatic. Did an automatic switch that time. The play we just illustrated. Murphy got there quickly, and they came down the other side.
Sprewell 3. Air ball. I don't know if Jamison got a piece of it or not, but
I don't think so, and he's hearing it from the crowd.
Sprewell's missed his last 7 shots. He's 3 of 12 shooting.
5 of 18 against the Warriors last time. Of course, everybody thought that was going to be his last game. You read the New York Daily News and the Post, all of that rubbish.
They had trade rumors for Sprewell all season long. Murphy misfiring. The Warriors have gone stone cold offensively.
And they're not getting inside either. There's a wall up there, and they're playing much better on the ball defense are the Knicks.
Thomas, a shimmy shake, rimming it out, but Harrington hustling for the offensive rebound.
Well, Murphy had it. They just jumped a little too soon. The ball took an extra bounce.
Sprewell to the cutting Thomas, and he's got 26 in the game. Sura, beautiful feed from Boykins, and boy, do the Warriors need an easy bucket.
You can say that again. They really, in the half-court offense, are denied any kind of passage to the hoop right now.
Being outscored 17-8 in the quarter. As we approach the 4-minute mark here in the third. Harrington up and under. Othella Harrington with 6 now. And the Knicks just rolling offensively. Murphy slipping the screen. Boykins. Jamison, a little floater is in, and he draws the foul. Tough shot by Antoine. And the offense had gone stagnant. Jamison with 21 and an opportunity for the 3-point play. Foyle with 6 block shots in that second quarter alone.
Now Jamison went to his left there, and one thing about that shot, didn't get a chance to talk about it, and he was going to his left. He doesn't have to square up to shoot that ball. He can really release it more quickly going to his left than he can to his right, although that's pretty hard to do because he's quick either way.
Warriors' first missed free throw, 11 of 12 free throwing. Sura knocking it away, and it's New York ball. Appeared to be off Houston's leg. Crowd didn't like it. Sura knocking that one away with 11 to shoot.
I like the matchup, Sura and Houston. I really do. There's a lot of physical contact. Bobby doesn't back down from anything. And of course, he was schooled a little bit late in the game by Boston's Paul Pierce.
Kurt Thomas from the foul line, misfiring. Othella Harrington inside.
And he's doing an excellent job.
Rebounding foul on Murphy.
He's doing an excellent job this quarter.
Third Warrior team foul, Troy's second personal.
Harrington no factor at all in that first quarter. But battling Murphy there, just got enough inside position to get some contact and get a piece of the ball.
Sprewell holding on Jamison, shot clock at 15. Feeding Harrington inside. And the Knicks.
Well, they just diced up the zone there. Sprewell very deliberate and very circumspect in his decision there, not forcing the issue.
New York's largest lead right now at 7. Boykins misfiring. Sura with a rebound. Inside 3 minutes remaining in a very rough offensive third quarter for the Warriors. Murphy driving, hook pass to Foyle. Couldn't finish.
He made it more difficult. Just go up and dunk that one, at least you'll get to the line. Great play by Murphy.
Thomas to Harrington, and he's fouled.
Oh, you watch it, you could get a 2 here. That ball was punched out of bounds. Wasn't worried about the call, just in frustration.
Timeout on the floor, 2:36 remaining in the third, and the Knicks up 7.
It has been a big third quarter by the Knicks so far. They lead the Warriors by 7. Unfortunately for the Warriors, there has been a lot of talk about poor defense lately, and let's face it, the numbers do not lie. In a 10-game stretch from January 15th through February 3rd, the Warriors gave up 98.2 points per game. Since then, in 7 games, they have allowed 113.7 points per game. And Bob and Jim, a little better in the first half tonight, but what is this team not doing defensively in the last 3 or 4 weeks?
Well, I don't think they're putting enough pressure on the ball and not keeping the man with the ball in front of them enough. They're relying too much on the shot blocking ability of Dampier and Foyle. And Glenn, by talking about that, you made me bring it up. Right now, they are last in the league in points allowed for opponents.
You get into points scored and points allowed. That also indicates the tempo you want to play. The Warriors are the 3rd highest scoring team in the league at 100, but too many of their opponents' points come so easily. And that's what's disturbing.
And certainly if you do run up and down the floor, you're giving your opponent more chances to score as well. But
Jamison, nice step around on Sprewell. Antoine missing everything. And then Murphy with the foul. This has just been a quarter the Warriors can't wait for it to end. Outscored right now 23-10. The Knicks in the bonus first. The Knicks have held the Warriors to 10 points in the 3rd and have committed only 2 fouls in doing so.
this is what I talked about. When I looked at that halftime score, Bob, and saw 61-57, and the Knicks only turned the ball over 3 times, shot 50%. And as I say, all those numbers are deceiving. The block shots help, 10 of them at halftime, but you live and die with that stuff. And they made adjustments. The Knicks have made some great adjustments here.
Well, the best free thrower in the league makes 1 of 2. Houston's at 92%. But the Knicks, biggest lead right now at 10. The Warriors 5 of 18 shooting in the quarter. Zura trying to split the defense. Be lucky to get a jump ball, and that's the call. Warriors shooting has plummeted to 40% for the game. The Knicks very consistent at 51%.
Well, it's tough to split the defense there when Kurt Thomas is one of them. He's their most rugged player.
Frank Williams will check in. Isley will sit down. Sura and Thomas to jump it up. Thomas winning the tap. Thomas, Harrington, Sprewell, Houston, and Frank Williams.
The Knicks. Go ahead.
I'm just going to say that the Knicks have taken the life out of this building. It's a big crowd on a Friday night.
Yeah, they feel real good right now.
Kurt Thomas blocked by O'Donnell. 7 blocks now for Foyle. That's 6 at the half. 9 to shoot. Kurt Thomas has become more human in the second half. 12 of 21 shooting now for his 26 points.
Boykins just can't get untracked in this game. Can he get something here?
A little floater, lays it in and draws the foul.
Just as I talked about it. Because he needs to score when he's on the floor as well. He's not just out there to run the team. They look for him to score. He's their biggest scorer off the bench. Just a nice little cut. And he just got a nice body bump and protecting the ball against Thomas. That's a tough shot for a guy 5'5". You are at a disadvantage.
Kurt Thomas's 3rd foul as he sits now. And Boykins swimming the free throw in. Earl at nearly 89% free throw.
Yeah, he didn't like that free throw. He shot that a little flat, but he got the roll.
Warriors down 7. Final minute 20 of the 3rd. Harrington down the lane. Foyle changed that shot, and Jamison with a rebound. See how the Warriors close in the final minute here, with a quarter that's been all New York. Boykins around Frank Williams. Wanted contact again. Foyle keeping it alive in another possession. Dropping it to Antoine to lay it in. Nifty feed by O'Donnell.
Oh, how about a little drop back bounce pass? I like it. I thought Boykins got fouled on the way to the rim, but they got the 2 nonetheless.
Frank Williams setting up Sprewell. Jamison running at him.
He likes to go to the right. He's making him go left.
In on Foyle. Kick it out to Williams. Shot clock at 7. dropping it to Harrington.
They're going to call 3 seconds.
That is the call. 3 seconds as Harrington was in there forever. Final 40 ticks of the third. Warriors have scored the last 5.
Well, Foyle, nice job here getting the rebound, reading the cut by Jamison, and just dropped it off very softly.
Donald setting the screen. Boykins and Sura with the shot clock at 10. Bobby 3. Got it! 8 in a row. And the Warriors cut it to 2. Sura with 16 off the bench. Jamison the steal. It's a 3-on-1 to Boykins. Alley-oop. He threw it too high. And the Warriors lose it out of bounds on a 3-on-1.
Well, it's two things. Did he throw it too high? Did Jamison jump too soon? I think it was the play that Boykins had to make at 5'5". I thought at the angle that he had, it was a good play.
Shot clock off. Little trap. Harrington down the lane. Foyle snaps him again. O'Donnell with 8 blocks. One off his career high.
He's getting a standing ovation, and well, he should. He's unbelievable for his height.
And he's gotten the crowd back into it. 3.3 left in the quarter. Murphy tipping it away with 2.6. Dunleavy quickly in. And Boykins will sit.
Foyle started to come off the floor. Dunleavy says, "Are you kidding me? Stay in there."
2.6 left in the third. Williams looking. Sprewell 3. Got it.
That is a crusher. Watch out. 2 seconds. No, you don't have time.
Dunleavy waited.
Was he smart?
With 2:10, he can only tap the ball.
And he did all that he could. What a cerebral play. It won't count. Warriors down by 5 coming into the fourth.
The Knicks on a very good Western road trip come out behind Kurt Thomas and Shannon Anderson. The Warriors staving them off with Jamison scoring 23. The Warriors had a 4-point lead at the half. A miserable third coming to an end at the arena in Oakland on a Friday night. Bob Fitzgerald, Jim Barnett, and Glenn Kuiper. And the third quarter finally over, and the Warriors down 5 heading into the fourth.
Controversial non-basket at the end, but the people in the arena here don't know the rule. By rule, you have to have 0.3 of a second to catch and shoot.
Allen Houston with a tough fade. So the Sprewell 3 and the Houston fade. And the Knicks with 5 straight after the Warriors had scored 8 in a row. Boykins and Sura, Dunleavy, Jamison, and Foyle to begin the fourth. Goliak, Spoon, Frank Williams, Sprewell, and Houston. The ball knocked out of bounds. And it's New York ball. Another Warrior turnover, their 15th.
Mike Dunleavy's been playing well. They're going to need some of his scoring in the fourth quarter if he's going to be on the floor.
15-5, and the turnovers killing the Warriors tonight. Frank Williams running over Boykins, offensive foul. The Knicks shooting 49%. The Warriors only 40%. Then you throw the turnovers on top of it, and it's very difficult to win.
Yeah, in the Garden, the Warriors had 21 turnovers to the Knicks 12.
But the Warriors shot the ball so well in that game.
59%, wasn't it, if I remember correctly?
Yes, this season. Shot clock at 10. Sura dropping it to Antoine. Push shot is in. Jamison's got 25 and a Warrior deficit at 5.
I'm very confident when Antoine gets the ball in that situation. Pass right back to him, and he doesn't have to put it on the floor.
11 of 19 shooting for Jamison.
But Dunleavy's got his hands full of the defensive end with Spree.
Goliak from the baseline. Sura with a rebound. Foyle just flew at Goliak. Bobby weaving through traffic, dropping it to Foyle, reversing it up and out. Tip Dunleavy, Foyle tip again. Rebound batted, and Frank Williams snatches it.
Sura staying down.
Sprewell on the ISO. Frank Williams thought about the 3. Back to Sprewell with 8 to shoot.
Being forced to the left again. They're trying to clear a side. Sura all over.
4. Spree driving, missed it. And Spoon couldn't collect it out of bounds. It's Warrior ball.
Foyle changed that shot. He changed Sprewell's shot, just defending the hoop.
Warriors down 5. 10 minutes remaining in the ball game. On a night where they're shooting only 39%.
In a big game, they don't want to lose their 4th straight. Oh, my word.
Antoine, a telegraph. Stolen by Sprewell. Spoon running. Flipping it up and in.
That pass had no chance to get through.
The Warriors making it difficult. Knicks shooting 49%, Warriors shooting 39%. Boykins inside, and he draws the foul. Turnover 16-6 on a night where Arenas has not scored.
And Arenas will be coming in.
The Alameda County Public Health Department would like to remind you to guard your health, eat healthy, and stay active with more fruits and vegetables. Add those to your meals and snacks. Brought to you by the Alameda Public Health Department. Warriors are going to go 3 guards here. Boykins, Arenas, and Sura. Dunleavy sitting with Jamison and Foyle.
Well, essentially the Knicks play 3 guards all the time, whether it be Isley, Houston, and Sprewell at the small forward, because Spree is primarily a shooting guard, but he has to play that small forward spot. So let's see if Arenas got the instructions that we need your offense. You can't just be throwing the ball, because I think he's passed up some scoring opportunities.
Boykins hits both free throws, and the Warriors down 5, but they need to do it defensively. Frank Williams setting up Houston. Boykins coming to double. Sura with a steal. Working on Williams. Behind his back, and he's fouled.
Stay on the right side of the court, and you've got another offensive player coming. Bobby didn't see him, so it'll be a non-shooting foul.
Our Sprint PCS league leaders. 3-point percentage, the Knicks. Better than Dallas, better than Milwaukee. I don't know what Milwaukee's 3 will do. You get Desmond Mason and Payton, but you lose Ray Allen. That may hurt your 3-point shooting a little.
Payton can stroke it. Mason doesn't have quite that range yet. He will. And we could talk about that all night. That trade for Milwaukee, and you know, Seattle's going to lose Payton at the end of the year, I felt anyway. And I think that he has a big likelihood to be re-signed with George Karl in Milwaukee, and I love Desmond Mason.
Murphy back in the ball game. Jamison getting a rest.
Arenas is looking to score. I could tell right there. He passed that one up, but he's looking to score.
Shot clock at 15 as we approach the 9-minute mark. Sura on the drive. Kind of a wild flip. Murphy tipped it in.
Big tip at a big time.
11 points, 12 rebounds for Murphy, and the Warriors within 3. They were down 10 in the 3rd.
Arenas on Houston.
Double comes late. Cycle it over to Anderson. His 3. Long rebound to Sura. Bobby pushing and bumped at midcourt, and it's the 3rd Knicks team foul with 8:40 remaining in the game. That'll take us to a timeout. 8:40 left, and the Warriors clawing to within 3. Well, Donald Foyle will grab you if you try to penetrate against the Warriors. 8 block shots tonight.
A one-man defensive demon. The Knicks think they get everything, and Foyle races it away and then comes up with a beautiful assist on the bounce pass to Jamison. He has been a huge factor, and like as of late, he plays the 4th quarter along with a forward and then 3 guards.
Foyle and Murphy, Sura, Arenas, and Boykins on a night where Gilbert has not scored.
Now they leave Murphy in and Jamison out.
But Antoine may be getting a blow.
Yeah,
with 8:40 left.
Yeah, right now we've got Arenas, Sura, and Boykins, Murphy, and Foyle. So Murphy is there to grab all the rebounds. Foyle's in there to block the shots.
And who's going to score the points?
Well, Murphy can do that. Boykins can do it. Arenas can do it. And Arenas has to start doing it.
Boykins doubled. Gilbert driving, flipping, misfiring. And Anderson coming up with it. Anderson and Spoon. Isley, Houston. Kurt Thomas. Thomas on the baseline, flipping it up and in. What a night for Kurt Thomas. He's got 28 to lead all scorers, and the Knicks back up 5.
Foyle went for it, but you can't get them all.
Like Gilbert's last drive.
Yep. His mindset's there now.
Playing off the ball. And Boykins throwing it to Jim Barnett. 17th turnover to the Knicks, only 7. There's all kinds of time left with 7:49. The Warriors down only 5, but their one sustained run, the Knicks answered it with a Sprewell 3 and a Houston jumper. Thomas on the baseline, Murphy there. Spoon inside for the dunk. And Kurt Thomas has become an excellent passer when he's getting that defensive attention. Skip pass from Sir to Boykins. Earl, a little floater. And the Warriors drying up, trailing by 7.
Knicks 3-on-2. They drop it back to an automatic guy. He missed. They got a break.
Anderson following it in, though. And New York pushing it back to 9 with 7:10 left. A 6-0 quick burst. And Musselman takes time. Our Northern California Toyota dealers trivia question: what former Knick was nicknamed Crazy Horse?
Well, I'm not going to let that one out.
We'll let that one marinate for a second. Knicks have scored the last 6. Warriors 10 of 34 shooting in the second half, and 2 of 10 here in the fourth. Richardson back in the ball game, dropping it into Murphy. Step around and he's hammered. Our Northern California Toyota dealers trivia answer: Jim Barnett.
Well, you were right. And other people have recognized that as well. And that was given to me by, oh, okay, thanks, folks. Given to me by John Havlicek. Because he said I was just running around. It wasn't politically correct.
Havlicek gave him the nickname. Havlicek gave him the nickname.
And you can find it
in the Trivial Pursuit Sports Edition.
Yes, you can.
There you go. Now, you weren't Crazy Legs Elroy Hirsch.
No, yeah.
Crazy Horse Jim Barnett.
You remember Elroy, Crazy Legs Hirsch? He was my favorite receiver with the Rams.
Murphy hitting 2 free throws ends that little Knicks burst, but the Warriors down 7. Isley spinning, flipping it out. Weatherspoon tipping it in.
Oh, you had 3 Warriors standing right there. Murphy went at it initially. I don't know where Foyle and Jamison were.
Gilbert dribbled it off his foot. Murphy dives and taps it to him. Will Arenas score in the game? They will not win if Gilbert does not score. He draws the foul, hit the jumper.
They're going to say he's on the floor.
What a night. The Knicks are over the limit, so you'll have free throws anyway.
Well, you create your own hell, so to speak. If you don't come out and you're not playing the game that you're supposed to play, and as I say, I don't know whether that's Gilbert's game plan or what he's trying to get other people involved, but I thought he hurt the team by not looking to make some scores early on. And then all of a sudden you say, oh, I'm going to wrench it up. Well, you're not always able to do that.
Everything in moderation.
Yeah.
In terms of Gilbert scoring 22 a night, that's one of his strengths, is being able to score the ball. But you don't want to turn the faucet off so much. I mean, Arenas averages 17 points a game. They need him. And those are the first 2 points for Gilbert. Both free throws made. And the Warriors down 7 midway through the fourth.
A little more straight up defense here. It's a tough matchup for Jamison Sprewell.
Shot clock at 5. Kurt Thomas launching again, misfiring. Foyle with the rebound. And the Warriors string together a few hoops. Arenas 18-footer. Yeah. There we go. He can score in bunches.
And a glare. He glared at Shandon Anderson, did Arenas.
Richardson picks up his 4th foul.
Yeah, kind of one of those excuse me fouls. Just couldn't get out of the way.
This week's edition of ACC Sunday Night Hoops, Duke taking on the Cavaliers of Virginia. Virginia, Wake Forest this Sunday. 5:35 left in the ball game. Warriors down 5. Sprewell on Jamison. Pulls up in the baseline, rimming it short. Antoine the rebound. Warriors shooting only 39%. They've committed 17 turnovers, and they're still looking for an improbable comeback. Gilbert spotting Richardson. Thought about the three. 19-footer instead is long. Jamison put back is good. And here they come. 16,711 in the arena. And the Warriors within 3 at the 5-minute mark.
It starts at the defensive end. That's where it has in this quarter.
Houston had it come out of his hands. Foyle to Jamison. Saving to midcourt to Murphy, who's hammered. And now get free throws out of a wild play.
I think if he hadn't fouled him, I'm not sure that Murphy had established position in the front court. If Jamison just tries to catch this ball, he's trying to catch it and shoot it, believe it or not. But what a valiant effort to keep it in bounds and throw it high. Now, was Murphy into the front court? You'd have to see it from the side. You can't tell from that angle. I'm not sure he'd established position, but he got fouled.
And he nets the free throw.
All right, let's watch Murphy. See, he's trying to get there. No, he jumped from the back court. But they called the foul because he got some contact, and that's a huge break.
So Murphy with 14 and 12. Both free throws good. And an 8-0 Warrior run, and it's a 1-point game with 4:39 left. Houston with Richardson on him.
Making him go left, forcing him to put the ball on the floor.
Boyle coming to help. Thomas is there off glass. O'Donnell with a rebound. Gilbert pushing.
And going.
Gilbert on the accelerator. Ducks it down! And the Warriors take the lead!
Oh, my word.
Timeout, New York. 4:18 left. Gilbert Arenas has come to life, and he's brought the arena with him. 10 straight by the Warriors to take the lead. Who's the fastest man with the ball on the dribble in the NBA? Well, how about 4 seconds of Gilbert Arenas?
This will give you an angle and tell you and show you how incredible this move was as he went the length of the floor in about 4 seconds. I even think he got fouled on the play. And I'll tell you what, he's staring down everybody on the court.
Gilbert now with 6 points, all in the fourth. Part of this Warrior 10-0 run. 4:18 left, and the lead is 1. Warriors got down 10 in the third. We're down 9 just moments ago. Isley and Thomas, Houston, Sprewell, and Spoon. Setting up Sprewell on Jamison. Shot clock down to 9. Waiting for Thomas. Now Sprewell to drive. Turning. Firing. Rimming. Rebound. Richardson, Murphy, and Foyle combined for the rebound.
That's what you call that triangular block out.
Look like an NFL defensive back tip drill. Now Foyle and Murphy. Gilbert dropping it off to Troy, stepping in, and he's fouled. So their arena's drawing the defensive attention, and he gets Murphy to the line. The Warriors somehow trying to slug their way through this one.
Well, see, limited free throws for the Knicks. Warriors working their way there and doing a good job of shooting them tonight. 21 of 22 now. Bob, you ready for this? To my count, they've got 59 rebounds to 34 for the Knicks. 59 to 34.
Well, you need that on a night where you're shooting only 40% and you've turned it over 17 times. That's what I said. This is the square peg round hole game.
They've got more offensive rebounds than defensive rebounds.
Murphy shot that flat, 1 of 2 free throwing. And so the Warrior lead is 2. 3.5 left in the game.
Jamison did a good job on Spree last time a one-on-one.
Houston on Richardson.
Here's the challenge for JR.
Houston trying to create space. Shot clock at 7. Step around, drop to Weatherspoon inside, and he traveled.
I'm gonna tell you something. That's better on the ball defense by Antoine also by Richardson. He gets a little help from Murphy there, making him make the extra pass. They're worried about the shot blocking inside of Foyle, and the Knicks offense is disrupted.
Gilbert to the lane to lay it in.
I guess he can take over when he wants.
13-0 run. Arenas all 8 here in the fourth. And the lead is 4 at the 3-minute mark. Sprewell to Thomas. Jumper in. Kurt Thomas, a 30-point night. Now he started 8 of 9. He's 6 of 16 since.
That was a big basket for them.
Gilbert 3. Yeah! The lead grows to 5. Timeout, New York.
Talk about waking up a sleeping giant.
Arenas with 11 in the fourth, and they're standing at the arena. The lead is 5 with 2:38 left, and the hero may wear 0 after all. A 16-2 Warrior run with 2:38 left. Gilbert Arenas, all 11 of his points in the fourth, and he's just turned it on.
You talk about taking over a game and putting it in the hands of someone capable of doing it. Knocks down the 3 on that one and gives them a 5-point lead. And we're talking, Bob, I think all this happened in about 6 minutes. 6 to 7 minutes, those 11 points.
2:38 left. The lead is 5, and they need to do it on the defensive end. The Knicks have won 9 of 10 here in Oakland, including 6 straight. Houston, long 2 is in. Allen Houston with 15.
Richardson just a little late getting there. Left enough daylight for Allen Houston.
Sprewell on Arenas defensively. Gilbert and Kurt Thomas coming to help. Shot clock at 10.
Gets another look at it.
Richardson with 5.
Better get going.
Jason in trouble. Houston bodying him with 2. He's got a launch. He throws it up, around and out. Ricocheting to Sprewell. Inside 2 minutes. The Warrior lead is 3. Houston on the drive. Thomas. Anderson's 3 to tie it is in. So the Knicks out of a timeout. 5 straight.
Anderson's played a big role tonight off the bench.
18 off the bench on 7 of 11 shooting, and Sprewell fouls Arenas. The Knicks have been over the limit for a while. So free throws coming.
Now that's rather strange. It's almost as if Sprewell fouled him intentionally. He's looking over, talking to Don Chaney.
Gilbert missing the free throw. Warriors tonight 21 of 24 from the stripe. The Knicks 9 of 11. It's a big one to make it a 2-possession game.
This is a big game.
And he drops it in.
It's a big game to start this 4-game stretch of sub-500 teams.
Well, the Knicks also are 2 games out of the playoffs in the East. It's important for them as well. Warriors up 1. Minute 27 left. Back out to Thomas. It's been his night. Kurt Thomas for 32 tonight. 15 of 26, and the Warriors down 1. Arenas back to Jamison. Blocked by Sprewell. Ricocheting around. Antoine recovers. Diving on the floor and a jump ball. A minute 6 left. Knicks up 1. Jump ball.
Now who's jumping?
Murphy got in there.
Yeah, but I was wondering if Thomas is going to try to step in there instead of Houston. Now what's going to happen here if it's Allen Houston? He's going to try to steal this tip. And they let them do that pretty much these days. So he's going to try to get it on the way up and go right back to Thomas, or he could go ahead to Spree. Let's see how they line up.
Pat Frere was talking about adjusting the shot clock. And they will. Currently have 14 to shoot. They'll put it out to 20.
Okay, he's going to come right back. Going to try to come back right to Thomas. Right back in this area.
Murphy wants to tip it between Arenas and Richardson.
Yes.
And Gilbert comes up with it after Troy wins the tap. Arenas 19-footer is short. Jason the rebound.
Protect the ball.
Antoine down the lane. Floater's in, and the Warriors take the lead. 52 ticks left, 1-point lead. Sprewell on the controls.
Oh, there have only been 11 or 12 lead changes. What a game.
Looking for Thomas and Sprewell. Thought about the three, will launch the 21-footer, missed everything. Murphy the rebound. 35 seconds left, 1-point lead. Sprewell has missed his last four here in the fourth.
They've got to score here or get the offensive rebound. Otherwise, the Knicks will have the last shot and the last chance to win it.
14-second differential, now down to 5. Gilbert with a running start, flipping it up and in! With 17.9 left. Knicks take time. Arenas with 14 in the fourth. The lead at 3. One defensive stop, and the Warriors can win it. 17 seconds left on a night where Gilbert has taken over in the fourth. 16,711 at the arena on a Friday night. Gilbert Arenas has taken over in the fourth, but Jason Richardson, a beautiful feed to Antoine Jamison to give the Warriors the lead.
Coming out of trouble, protecting the ball, finding Antoine on his favorite move and spot on the floor.
Antoine's got 29, 17.9 left. Do you foul, Jim? You're leading by 3.
I like that. I like them to use some time. Well, first of all, use some time, and then you got a foul to give.
You have a foul to give.
Yes, you got a foul to give. They got to be aware of that. And you got to foul them before they attempt the shot.
The Knicks, the best three-point shooting team in the league. Richardson reaching. Houston will go for a 2 and hit it.
Well, now it's going to come down. Can you make your free throws? Look at this.
Murphy to Jamison, streaking and dunking, and he's fouled in the process.
The Knicks overextended. They put on a full court press. And good court awareness by Troy Murphy. Finds him. Don Chaney wants a 20-second timeout, but that's the way to break the press.
It takes guts to make that pass, because the simple pass, inbound, get fouled, shoot free throws.
But it's the play to make.
It is the play.
And you're at the professional level, you make that baseball pass. It was right on the money.
You always talk about execution. That's how you execute. And Antoine dunking it to make sure and being fouled in the process.
After we've seen what happened in Toronto, I'm never going to say it's over until the final buzzer sounds.
Jamison missing the free throw. That could have made it a 4-point game and salted away with 9.8 left, and the Knicks still have life.
Now, they made a mistake. They let Houston take a shot before giving a foul. You've got to take a foul because you had a foul to give.
Allen Houston has been good on this road trip, 53 in LA, and then beating Phoenix to start the trip. The game winner on the little floater. Now the Warriors would give up a 2 right now. Just cannot give up a 3 with 9.8 left. You have to guard the arc from outside in.
Well, first of all, let's use what you have, which is a foul to give. It takes a little time off the clock. And then I really do say you should foul someone, not give them a chance to tie the game on a 3-point field goal attempt. And like we saw in Toronto, Vashawn Leonard getting 3 free throws, fouled by Gilbert Arenas with a couple of seconds left.
Do not foul someone shooting a 3.
Well, of course not. That's imperative.
Timeouts are gone for New York. 9.8 left. The Warrior lead is 3.
What's wrong with forcing them to catch the ball near half court, make a couple of dribbles, and then you grab someone? Run off 2-3 seconds.
Isley, Thomas, Spoon, Houston, Sprewell. They give it to Thomas. Try to give it back to Isley. Richards, Arenas knocking it away with 4. Thomas a 3 is an air ball. Murphy the rebound. 1. And he's fouled with 2:10 left. And the Warriors are going to win the game.
They may put a little time on the clock. I don't know. They could put a little time back on this clock.
What a reach by Arenas to make sure Isley couldn't shoot that 3. Gilbert Arenas, scoreless through 3 quarters, is our McDonald's player of the game because he took over in the last 6:22.
Well, I was wrong when I said it was the last 6 or 7 minutes. He did all that work in 5 minutes.
Murphy with a free throw, 16 and 14 for Troy.
Thanks a lot, Jim. I love you.
And what a huge win for the Warriors after losing 3 straight. Murphy missing the free throw, and it doesn't matter. 111-107. The Warriors come from 9 down in the fourth. A big 16-2 burst keyed by Gilbert Arenas. They put 6 players in double figures in a game they almost had to have, Jim, going into this stretch of 4 winnable games. And you got to win the first one.
In the fourth quarter, they put on the clamps against the Knicks. Terrific defense. Of course, you had O'Donnell Foyle in the middle. 8 block shots tonight, but it was defense which won it, and Gilbert's offense as well.
O'Donnell Foyle will be joining us in a second. Our next direct connect play of the game, the drive and finish by Arenas to give the Warriors the lead. And O'Donnell's alongside our Glenn Kuiper. Take it, Glenn.
All right, thanks a lot, guys. A tremendous defensive effort tonight by O'Donnell Foyle. We've talked about it all night. You guys have given up a lot of points the last couple of games. How important was it tonight to make some defensive stops?
I think the first unit came out and really started it. Eric had like 3 blocks early. I think really kind of started it. When I came in, I knew I had to kind of continue where he left off, and we were able to do that. And I think everybody just going to help and really talk a lot tonight, and that makes a huge difference.
Certainly a big fourth quarter for you and Gilbert Arenas. Talk about Gilbert. He doesn't score a basket till halfway through the fourth quarter. What's up with that?
Well, we call him Wonder Boy, and there's a reason why we call him that, because he can turn it on at any given time during the course of the game, and he's amazing talent going to the basket. He does amazing things, slicing and dicing, going to the basket. It's really unbelievable.
You know what, O'Donnell, we're starting to see the crowd really get into it. How much did the 16,000 help tonight, especially down the stretch in that fourth quarter?
Well, it's always a welcome when sprees in town, so that, you know, that's kind of huge, especially what happened here. But I think it's really great because we want the fans to come back here and to start loving basketball again, and we're trying to really work hard for them so that they'll come back and start enjoying the games.
Congratulations on a great performance tonight, O'Donnell.
Thanks a lot.
Guys, back to you.
All right, Glenn, 16,711. See win number 25 for the Warriors on a night where Houston loses, a night where Phoenix loses, and the Lakers are actually leading Portland. But it's kind of fun to talk about playoff positioning. The Warriors are still trying to stay in the hunt.
And they certainly are doing a good job of it. I really respect the defense they laid on the Knicks in the fourth quarter. And let's talk about game plan just for a second. Sprewell only 9 points in the game. Houston was 17. Yes, Kurt Thomas had 32, but the game plan was to let him take a lot of shots. Sprewell 4 of 17, following up 5 of 18 in the Garden, so he's 9 of 35 in the 2 meetings this year against the Warriors.
An electrifying fourth quarter, and the Warriors continue it. Sunday special start time 6 o'clock against Atlanta. Coming up next, the best damn sports show period. For Glenn Kuiper and Jim Barnett, this is Bob Fitzgerald saying so long from the arena in Oakland. Gilbert Arenas with 14 all in the fourth. The Warriors sweep the season series from New York. They win it 111-107. We'll see you Sunday right here on Fox Sports Net.